She just does what she does, and you, in the back of your mind, realize, that's a strong, capable character. Oh, she happens to be a black female.
Yeah.
That's how you do it correctly. You don't stand on top of a soapbox and point to how diverse you are. Just do it properly. Your mom was so ugly, somebody broke into the house and she screamed out, rape! And the burglar screamed out, no!
Well, obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Welcome to Two Gaming Dudes. I am thrilled to do this review.
Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F.
You have no idea how happy I was to see this movie.
How happy were you?
I was nervous.
Yeah.
Because I was so sure they were going to pull an Indiana Jones type thing where he's like, well, here's Axel, but his life sucks, and he's depressed, and everything sucks. No.
And then we'll have a girl
and
take over, and she
over
becomes the Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, she'll show him how it's really done.
No.
None of that. In fact, for those of you who watched the first two Beverly Hills Cop, and then you saw the third one, you're like, something's not quite right.
This should have been the third one.
This is the perfect sequel.
They should have deleted 3 entirely and just moved straight to this.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a really, really fun movie.
So let me tell you, huge fan of the Beverly Hills Cop movies.
Sure.
And they have a very specific formula.
Yes.
Such as, you have to have a truck chase. Right?
Yeah.
And it's not a car chase. He's got to be in a truck that smashes a bunch of cars. At some point, there's going to be a bunch of cop cars, and they have to cartoonishly run into each other so they can't follow him anymore.
Yeah.
All right?
He cons his way into situations.
With
his silly characters.
Yep. And the moment he gets to Beverly Hills, he's going to get arrested.
Right.
Always gets arrested. There's like these certain tropes that happen in a Beverly Hills Cop movie.
He stays at the Beverly Hotel.
Yep, he always stays at the Beverly Hotel.
He runs into Serge, who can't pronounce his name.
Yep.
Ahmed Foley.
All of these things.
He's in trouble at work in Detroit.
Yep. All of these things are in this movie.
Yes. Okay, well, it's not just a Beverly Hills Cop it's Jerry Bruckheimer. And always has, what you're going to get with Jerry fucking Bruckheimer.
Yes.
He's shit, predictable. You know what you're in for.
Yeah.
In this case, that's okay.
Yeah.
Just give us more. It's okay. You've established this character. We love this character. Give us more of this guy. You don't have to change him.
That is, yes.
However, what made me happy is they did let him grow and develop.
Yeah.
They didn't just ignore the fact that he's in his 60s. They addressed it many times. Axel, I'm hanging it up. I'm retiring. I can't anymore. Fix your relationship with your estranged daughter before it's too late.
Yeah.
These are real character traits that a real person should be going through at his age. They don't just ignore it. Nor do they make it the focus. It directs him in a way that's real and believable and furthers his character arc. It's really, really well done.
Yeah.
I'm astonished because this is a rookie director.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mark Malloy. It's his first motion picture. I mean, how hard? You just follow ABCD, and you got it. But he still had to go through it.
Yeah. Also, one of the executive producers is Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And he knows this character like the back of his hand. So he's like, no, don't worry about it. I know exactly what Axel does in these situations. Fair. But the director still had to have the knowledge on how to set all this up and have the bravery to say, no, we're not going to do a CGI car that falls off the thing. We're going to push a real car off the side of this building.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about the helicopter? Get a freaking helicopter. Let's have practical stunts like we did in the 80s.
I noticed that was one of the first things that came to mind. Like, that's a real car chase.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a real car chase with actual cars and actual trained stunt drivers.
Yeah.
It's a completely different feel. And a lot more fun.
It is. It's a lot more fun. And I get it with CGI. You can have the camera doing all the crazy stuff. And I'm like, yay for the Fast and Furious films, I guess. But it feels so phony. And it feels like there's no gravity. It feels like there's no weight to the vehicles anymore.
There's no nothing.
And there are no stakes. And yeah, it's totally different when there's a real car.
Because you understand, there's a guy driving that thing. There's a skilled driver making it behave that way intentionally. And if he fucks it up, he could kill himself.
Yes.
It's a completely different feel, man.
So, yeah, all the elements that you need for a good Beverly Hills Cop movie are in here. And I'll be damned if Eddie Murphy doesn't bring it.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
The guy's got great comedy chops. We've seen him rise and fall. We've seen him in some things that, that wasn't the greatest thing in the world. But when it comes to this, no, he knows this so well. And his comedy's pretty spot on.
What flop was there besides The Haunted Mansion? Flubber? That didn't do too well, I guess.
No, he wasn't Flubber. He was Dr.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
That was a big franchise. That did well.
Yeah, it actually did do well. I don't know. I feel like he was in a couple of things that were like...
Had some stinkers.
Greatest,
he wasn't the lead in Bulworth, which I don't think you saw.
No.
But it is an excellent, excellent film. Steve Martin.
Oh.
It is. Watch it tonight.
I feel like I should.
It is really, really good.
But anyway, yeah, he absolutely brings it here, and he's hilarious.
Am I telling you the wrong film? I think I'm telling you the wrong film.
I'm gonna end up watching this whole movie.
Bulworth is Warren Beatty, I think.
I'm gonna watching this whole movie and be like, "You son of a bitch! You got me to watch this crap." Did you catch all the Easter eggs?
Yeah, a lot
of which there were many.
I was really, really happy in the way they portrayed Detroit.
I was
because I think we needed it. Yeah, come on, 48 hours. Coming to America. These are awesome. Nutty Professor. Bowfinger. I'm sorry. Bowfinger is the film you need to watch.
Okay.
Shrek. Dreamgirls. Showing his dramatic chop. I don't see a flop on here, man. That was one of his. He's been hired as an actor in some movies that weren't very good. But in movies that were Eddie Murphy movies, no way, man. He hits a home run every time.
All right. You know what to do. Leave some comments. Was there an Eddie Murphy movie we're not thinking of that did not do so well? Toss that in the comments.
This was such a breath of fresh air. And you know, it harkens back to, wow, those action movies in the 80s were awesome.
Which they really were.
They were. They were different from what we get today. And they were, in every objective way, better. Like, they never tried to pull that dumb stunt, who's the bad guy? We don't know. We have to find. Yeah, is somebody lurking in, and then there's going to be a quick reveal. Oh my God, it's not him. It was this guy all along. You know it's Kevin fucking Bacon.
Yeah, like the moment he's on screen, he's like, "Hi." You just immediately point and go, "Oh, that's the bad guy."
Because in the first one, you knew it's Victor Maitland.
Yeah,
this guy's there's no way it's not him. You know, the fun and the drama and the action all comes from him trying to prove it's this guy.
Right.
Not solving some ridiculous mystery and he gets it wrong, and at the end, what? It was you all along? This cheap bullshit.
Yeah. He's not stupid.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely appreciated that. Here's something for you. A lot of the Easter eggs that they threw in there, like
the crappy blue Chevy.
The crappy blue Chevy. So we've got that. I was going with the golfer when he crashes the chopper. The golfer comes out and you're like,
Shooter!
Is that Shooter McGavin?
Yes.
And it most certainly was Shooter McGavin.
Also Lieutenant Castillo in Star Trek.
Nice. The mansion where the bad guys were.
Yeah.
That's the mansion from Commando.
Yeah. That's Maddox's mansion.
Which is fantastic. I mean, there was all these little things.
Sedge!
Even the way the movie ends with a freeze frame, that is not something we do anymore. Not in a modern film. But in the 80s, we did that a lot. And the first two Beverly Hills Cop movies ended on a freeze frame.
Him going,
Yeah. It would end on the freeze frame of him. And they did it again.
Do you know that Serge Bronson Pinchot, Ahmed Foley, so good to see you.
Yeah.
He's a graduate of Yale Drama School.
What?
Gospel truth. Bronson Pinchot.
So Yale
He'll
drama,
forever be known as Balky and Serge.
Yeah, his two most famous roles with the fake accents.
Yeah.
Because that's not how he talks.
Doing ridiculous foreigner characters.
That's fantastic.
What else can you say? It's just a great, classic, traditional action-adventure movie.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that we have to nitpick about it, anything that we didn't like, but I honestly loved this film. It has now been several days since I've seen it,
Yeah.
and I remember it. I still remember it.
Yeah, you're
You know how rare that is for movies these days that are just cheap consumption. You watch, you forget. Half the movies I see anymore, I don't remember what the hell I just saw. Even ones I like, I don't often remember. But this one stood out enough that I actually remember.
God damn it, I'm messing up the name. The daughter, Jane.
Yeah.
Was Jane a girl boss?
No.
You sure?
I mean, yes.
She was an organic girl boss.
Yes. I will
Smart,
say that.
educated, tough, gets the job done.
Yep.
Never did she have to stand up, strong black woman!
No.
She didn't scream it to you. She demonstrated it to you.
She also didn't have to put someone else down in order for her to be elevated up.
We're going to team up and we're going to do this together because we're both smart and capable. She doesn't have to demonstrate, or she doesn't have to tell you and make you believe it. She just does what she does, and you, in the back of your mind, realize that's a strong, capable character. Oh, she happens to be a black female.
Yeah.
That's how you do it correctly. You don't stand on top of a soapbox and point to how diverse you are. Just do it properly.
What's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah.
Who's in the film. So you introduce this young character. He represents, the young police officer.
Yeah.
So you start thinking, oh shit, he's going to be the one that takes over and, it's going to be more about him. No, this is still Eddie Murphy's movie. Absolutely. And he is like, the young cop that's obviously in over his head.
Yeah.
And his inexperience plays a big key in this.
Okay, here's another one. Okay,
which
he's
I
a young
love.
white male. They don't make him an imbecile.
No.
They don't make him a joke. He's inexperienced and he doesn't know what he's doing because he's never seen it before.
Right.
He's naive because he's young and inexperienced. He's not stupid.
No, he's not stupid. He's definitely very, very capable. He's a good police officer.
And he's happy to learn from someone smarter than him.
How crazy is that, to write characters that are that believable?
And never at any point to say, I'm so progressive, I'm going to learn from the black guy. He just recognizes this guy's a lot more experienced and better than this at me. I'm going to do what he says.
Yeah.
It happens naturally. This should be the fucking whole, I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say. Beyond just cinema, just in life. That should be the fucking point of all of it.
Right.
Let it happen organically. I don't need you to tell me she's a strong black female character.
I can see it.
Just let her do it. In a real way, in an intelligent, sensible way. That's a lot better than Leslie Headland and her fucking bullshit.
Also, thank you for setup and payoff. Why are we so bad at that? Little things, little tiny things. How do you see that he had, that he was clearly a troubled youth? How do you look at Eddie Murphy's character, at Axel, and know, okay, you were clearly a juvenile delinquent when you were younger. When he picks his own handcuffs. But he does it the first time. There are no stakes. He just wanted to show,
hey, look stupid.
Hey, I don't need these. Yeah. And he throws them down there, and he says, misspent youth. It tells you a lot about his character. You know a lot more about him from just that one moment. And you have now set up the moment that's going to happen later when he has to get out of the cuffs.
Yeah. And his daughter does too.
And his daughter does
too. You taught me all this police shit.
Yeah, you taught me how to get out of cuffs and stuff. None of that was ever needed.
Your father understood what he was doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it plays back because even from the first film, when he meets Mikey,
right,
who gets killed by Maitland, he's like, hey, remember back when we were 12 years old and we stole that car? How come you took the fall for me? That tells you everything you need about Axel Foley.
Yes.
Like, come on, man, because I love you. Of course I took the fall for you.
That's right. That's right.
That's everything you need to know about this character.
And beautifully well done for this movie. If you've never seen a Beverly Hills Cop movie, you could jump into this one and you're fine.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Because you are shown from the very beginning that he is clearly a very dedicated police officer. He's good at what he does. He gets the bad guys, and there's always a lot of collateral damage when he goes after the bad guys.
And they give him his hero's flaw.
Yeah.
He can't give it up. He has to go where the action is. It's pathological to him. He can't give it up. That's going to be his undoing eventually. He's got that fatal flaw that every traditional hero has.
Yep.
And I knew you were worried that they were going to hand off. Here you go, Phoebe Waller-Cates. Here's the whip and the hat. You're the new Indiana.
You do it now. I don't want to anymore. I'm old.
I knew they weren't going to do that. I knew they weren't going to because Eddie Murphy, 80s action star. Tom Cruise, 80s action star. Didn't do it with Top Gun.
That
The
is
young
true.
Latina fighter pilot is not going to be the best. I'm fucking Maverick.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking best pilot in the Navy. So I
Yeah.
knew he's not going to.
Yeah. And
You've
when
established this is what people don't fuck with this.
you know what probably helps? Eddie Murphy being one of the executive producers. So I was thinking.
But he knows.
The studio was thinking that maybe we could replace. No, that's never going to happen.
No, you can't replace Axel because then it's not Beverly Hills Cop.
There you go.
Axel Foley is the Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes.
If you change that, it's a completely different project. You fucked it up. He has enough insight to understand that.
Last thoughts on this. I really think there's a lot that modern filmmakers can take away from this, especially the folks over at Disney.
That's right. This was direct to Netflix,
This is a direct to Netflix.
which we know they just stand aside. We trust you, artists. You guys are great. Do your thing. We can't wait to see what you come
You
up
got
with.
this. I'm going to enjoy this.
And you get Nimona and One Piece, and all the best shit is on fucking Netflix because the execs stay out of it.
Yeah. But also, if you're going to pick up a franchise that we haven't seen or touched or looked at for 30 years, don't change it. Don't think that it's broken. Don't try to give us something that's totally different. It's the same thing, but totally different for new modern audiences. No. We loved it for a reason, and I just want more of that. I loved Beverly Hills Cop for what it was. So give me more of that. Just continue the story.
Right.
Just tell me more about what's going on. And I'm going to be happy with that. The new Star Wars movies, all you had to do was go to Star Wars and go, I wonder what Luke's up to. Let's do more of that. Let's just continue the story. But you couldn't do that. You had to change everything.
Well, I'm not even upset about that. You could have done a whole new cast of characters and set it in the Star Wars universe and do it well. You can. In that case, what has to stay the same is Star Wars.
Yeah.
It still has to be Star Wars. The characters can be different, but this has to be Star Wars. When you start fucking around with that, now you've changed the setting, which means you've changed the story, which means the characters don't match, which means none of it matches anymore, and it's not Star Wars.
And it's not Star Wars.
Fucking Babylon 5 or some Tech War or any of the ridiculous bullshit.
Rebel Moon.
This was great. I'm so happy.
I really enjoyed this. I don't know what else to say, but I would love to know what you guys have to say about it. So leave some comments down below. Let us know if you saw it, if you liked it, if you hated it, whatever your opinions are. Leave them down below for us.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Great movie.
Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in another film, and God, hopefully they're as good as this one. They won't be, but we can hope, right? All right. We'll see you.
Spring's eternal.